Hello. I know I'm a couple minutes early. I just want to see if I can share it into my Facebook group at the same time. Let's see. Is there a way to do it? And because I have to take my son to the dentist, so I'm a little bit on a bit of a time crunch here. But we're gonna do it. And I know it takes a couple minutes for you guys to find the feed. So I'm hoping this time as I look to see if I can share it into my group. Okay, I think we did it this time. Sorry, with technology, sometimes it's hit and miss whether we can get things going the way we want. Okay, how was everyone's weekend? Go ahead and drop some hellos in the comments. I would love to connect with you. As I said, I hopped on a tiny bit early because I have to take my son to the dentist in a little bit, but I really wanted to go live with you. I want to give you some updates. So we'll do that, but say hello in the comments. Tell me how your weekend was. I had a great weekend. I did some hiking with the kids, a couple of the kids, and went out for dinner with my son. And so it was a really nice weekend. But we're back to another week, and things are changing in our household pretty soon. Things are changing because September is coming. So the kids are, well, my husband is a school principal, an elementary school principal, so it kind of feels like he's a kid going back to school. How many of you have kids going back to school? So I'm trying to enjoy every last minute. And I mean, he's already started back at work. And then my little guy's still at home. He's going into grade 12, which is unbelievable. And tonight we have a phone call with one of my high school friends who's an aerospace engineer. My son's thinking about aerospace engineering. And so I thought you better talk to someone who's actually in the field. So anyway, we're doing all of that. And then my son will be back at school next week. My daughter's coming home in between semesters for a couple days, and then she'll be going back to school. So I'm sure things will settle down a bit at the beginning of September, but things feel a little funny right now. Actually, the middle of September, I have to travel for work, so maybe it won't settle down, but I love my crazy life and I love sharing it with you. My name is Genevieve Coe. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Markham, Ontario, Canada, but I love to share my happy stamping things with anybody who will listen or watch. And today I'm doing a live video. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, you will know that I used to do them live every Tuesday, and I would kind of showcase a product of the month each week. And anybody who placed an order that month, $60 or more, would get that class in the mail the following month. Or you'd get the following month's projects in the mail. So this summer I took some time to kind of plan, think about different things, how I want to change things up. It's always good to change things, keep things fresh. So what I'm going to do now is, hi Maya, yeah, you had a good weekend, quiet weekend with your little doggy. That's awesome. So how I'm going to change it up is I'm not necessarily going live every week, but when I do go live, I will aim to have the video come on a Tuesday morning. So at least you kind of have an idea what days to check, what's happening. And as well, I thought whenever I do like a class or a pop-up class, I can show you the cards here, but only those people who had registered received the packet. So the people who have the packet can craft along because they had registered for the class. Hi, Shirley. And if you didn't register for this class, that's okay because you can still watch and get the inspiration. Okay, so that's what today is. Today's actually the video tutorial for the pop-up class I had offered earlier, I guess at the end of last month, and the packets have all been mailed out middle of this month. So it is the You Are Beautiful class. Okay, so if you didn't sign up for it, don't be sad. Just remember to sign up for another class so that you can enjoy having the products in your hand and play. Okay, so that's what today's about. But before we get started, I want to share a couple of announcements. Oh my goodness, there's so much news happening, in the Stampin' Up! World. I probably can't share all of them this morning, but a few that I want to highlight. It is time to register for my September classes. I've got Lunch, Laugh, and Craft. If you are anywhere within driving distance of Markham, Ontario, Canada, please register. We have lunch at the local Swiss Chalet in Markham, and then we we craft first. We make 3 beautiful cards. Here's 2, which we're going to make. It's just a little sneak peek of what's coming at our Lunch, Laugh, and Craft. But we make 3 cards. The price has gone up a little bit since last season. It's gone up to $25 for the 3 cards, but the free with an order price is the same. So as long as you're placing an order of minimum $30 at the class, you do not have to pay me the $25. Okay? Or basically you pay me the $25 and I'll take off $25 of your $30 order at the class. So make sure to register for that. The link is in the comments or in the description, or of course you can go to my Linktree/Stampin' for Fun and register there. I've got probably most of my classes up till November there. But remember, sometimes if I have time, I will offer pop-up classes. So you always have to be on my newsletter list. Again, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter list if you haven't already, because that's where I kind of announce all the main news. Next thing to know, oh my goodness, this is such big news, I've been holding on to this for a little while here because I wasn't sure when I'm allowed to share it, but I am pretty sure I'm allowed to share it now. Stampin' Up! Has a new product line coming called the memory keeping line. Oh my goodness. And the first amazing products of the memory keeping line will be released on September the 4th. You cannot imagine how over the top excited I am about this. So excited. So you've heard me talk about my club before. If I have time, I'll talk about it more later, but my club is a place where every month, if you're a club member, you get an exclusive technique tutorial, video tutorial, showcasing a specific technique. And okay, wait, I'll keep talking about the scrapbooking line. Okay. Anyway, because I want to add to my club, you can purchase the scrapbooking line come September 4th. Anyone can do it. You don't have to be a club member. It's fine. Anybody can shop. So I don't know if I'm allowed to show you that virtual brochure yet or whether I have to wait till September 4th, but there is a virtual brochure. I've looked at it. It's amazing. And there are scrapbooking kits. If you are familiar with our kits collection, all the pieces die cut for you, the instructions there, embellishments are there. They are coming out with scrapbooking kits. There's going to be 4 of them. If you can see in this image, there are 2 sort of wintry Christmas ones, 1 Halloween one, 1 autumn one. I cannot stress, if you are interested in these, you should be prepared to place your order on September 4th. And because I don't know how long these kits are going to last. It's the first time Stampin' Up! Has offered them, so they didn't know how many to order. And we have so many demonstrators that are excited about the scrapbooking line. So I just want to tell you now, if you want those kits, if you want some gorgeous 2-tone 12 by 12 cardstock, some beautiful stickers, designer series paper, you gotta act fast on September 4th. Now, how is it going to affect my club? I'm just going to add another way to become a VIP club member. If you let me know, or you purchase yourself on September the 4th, purchase 3 out of the 4 scrapbooking kits that are available. Okay, so there's going to be 4, as I mentioned. If you purchase 3 of them, then you will get 3 months of VIP access in my club membership, where we have a monthly craft and chat. I will actually probably put together the scrapbooking kit on camera for you. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you're also a VIP member. We'll have our craft and chat time. You'll get that monthly technique video, and you'll also get one 20% off coupon per year as a member. Okay, so that is how it works. I just don't want you to miss it. Okay, I'll stop, try to control the excitement because there's more coming. DSP sale is almost over. I hope you know that. Beautiful DSPs on sale, 15% off, only till the end of the month. Don't miss it. Okay, and then September the 8th is my relaunch party. Many of you know I've taken some time over the summer to reflect and change things up a bit. So, I mean, if you've been watching my videos and reading every single newsletter, you'll probably have a sense of how things are going to work. But I thought it would be fun to still have a relaunch party with a BOGO, a buy one, get one sale on September the 8th. So if you are anywhere within driving distance of Markham, come on out, okay? I'm hoping to hold it in my home if we don't burst at the seams, because I want to just welcome you back into happy scrapping. I know I wasn't the only one that took it a little slower this summer. So it's time to get back to our crafting and see all the things that are coming. I'm not even telling you all of them, but you'll have a good idea if you've been reading every newsletter and listening to me. Some of you may be thinking, I don't live local to Markham. I can't come to your relaunch party. Is there anything for me to help kick off the new catalog, the new mini catalog going live September 4th? Yes, there is. I have a VIP catalog launch party, which is happening on September 3rd and 4th. It's happening in an exclusive Facebook group. So the only way you can access this exclusive kickoff is you have to be a Team Stick member, one of my team members, or you have to have shopped with me in the past year. It's my way of saying thank you for your support, to give you special inspiration. So it's going to be like a catalog kickoff extravaganza. Okay. I don't know what to say. There's going to be 14 plus video demonstrations, each showcasing a new product from the mini catalog. So you don't want to miss it. If you haven't shopped with me yet, it's not too late. You can shop today. Take advantage of the DSP sale or pick up some essentials, whatever, that automatically qualifies you entry into the exclusive party book and the party Facebook group, and it will start September the 3rd. If I have you on my list as a past customer this past year or a team member, you should have already received that exclusive Facebook group link. Okay, and you need to join. You need to click the link, request to join. There's a few questions because it is an exclusive group. Okay, so if you think you shopped with me this past year and you didn't get an invitation, please private message me, please email me, because it's not foolproof, my little system, especially if you did your shopping in a different location and not on the online store where I wouldn't have set up an account for you or something like that. Okay, so if you didn't get the invite, but you think you should have been invited, message me and I will just verify that you qualify for that party. Okay, now it is specifically for people that shopped for product with me, so not class attendees. So if you just came to a class, which I appreciate everybody who comes to a class, but a huge part of my business is also shopping for Stampin' Up! Products. So that's what that party's for. But I'll continue to have classes. Usually my classes have perks already and are really reasonably priced. So continue to enjoy the classes. Okay, here we go. Speaking of classes, let's do the You Are Beautiful class. I see some of you who ordered the class kit. Hopefully you're all ready. Whoops. With your class kit, and you can stamp along with me. This is I'll give the instructions and show you how to cut the paper and everything. Let me get my tabletop ready and let's go. Okay, so as I said, this is the You Are Beautiful class. I'm going to start with kind of the most, I don't know if it's the most fun card, but I thought this is the one that needs probably the most explanation. For those of you who have the class packet, you'll probably need the most explanation for this one. This is what is called, I believe, an M-fold card. So, maybe I'll put it this way so that you can see it. It kind of pops up like that. And I learned this fold from a fellow Canadian demonstrator, Marcy Denning. And so we will we'll just take it away. Okay, so for those of you who signed up for my You Are Beautiful class, you need to be taking out your supplies now. You can use the You Are Beautiful set or substitute another set if you don't have that. You're going to need your class packet, which hopefully has arrived to you by now. Okay, so we're going to use this one with the Moody Mauve. You're also going to need your paper trimmer. Okay, so for those of you who signed up for the class, or for those of you who didn't and is curious what the class packet looked like, it included half a pack of 3 different types of designer series paper. It included 2 of every card design. So remember, I'm only doing 1 in the video, but you have the supplies to do 2. Plus, you all got a quarter package of the In Color glimmer paper. Okay, so that if you didn't sign up for the class, that's why you want to sign up for classes, because you get so much stuff included, and it's fun to do together. Okay, so I'm going to be just doing 1. We will start here with our Moody Mauve cardstock. It's been cut at 4 1/4 inches by 10 1/2 inches. Okay, so you're going to need your trimmer and scoring tool here. Let's see. Okay, and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to take this, have it against the long edge, and we are going to score it at 2 1/4 inches. Okay, so just make sure you use the scoring blade, the light 2 1/4 inches, and then 2 1/2 inches, and then 5 inches, and 5 1/2 inches. And don't worry if you need to, like, this video will be available on replay so that you can watch it later, pause it where you need to. But for those that don't have the class packet, I don't want you to feel like I'm holding your inspiration up. Okay, so we did 2 1/4 inches, 2 1/2 inches, 5 inches, 5 1/2 inches, 8 inches, and 8 1/4 inches. Okay. Perfect. So that is our card base. Okay, that's what's going to make that kind of M fold here. Okay, next I'm going to cut the designer series paper. So you guys who have the class packet, you'll use that. I am just going to use the paper that I have already. Maybe there's some cut here. And no, maybe I'll use this design. Okay, and let's cut this at 2 1/8, 2 1/8, by 4 1/8. Okay, so if you have the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, it goes by the 16th. If you're joining late, welcome. Welcome. I am going to be showing 4 cards today, so that's why I'm hustling a little bit, but I'll provide all the measurements. So if you want to recreate it, you can, but it's always best to sign up for the class because then you will have the pieces, many of the pieces pre-cut for you. Okay, so, did I do that right? 2 1/8. 2 1/8, yep, by 4 1/8. Okay, so they should be the same size, perfect. And then we'll get a different pattern, and let me see. Or you can use the same pattern. It's totally up to you, right? The fun is in the... Maybe I'll use this one, this kind of gingham pattern. Let's try that. And I am going to cut it at 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm like, what's going on? No, we want to do, so we've just cut 2 of these. Okay, we're going to cut exactly the same size, but in a different pattern, just to kind of change it up a bit. So it's going to be 2 1/8. Okay. And if you are loving this designer series paper, then you should definitely take advantage and buy it when it's on sale. It's 15% off just until the end of the month. So you don't want to miss that. Hi, Karen. I'm happy that you're able to catch it live too. I'm actually showcasing how to do an M-fold card that I learned from Marcy Denning. So this is her design, but we're casing it, which is what you should all do when you see something you like. You should get out your supplies and create with it. Okay, and then we're going to just do a tiny little one maybe. It doesn't matter which pattern. We're going to do 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/8. Oh, this is too short to do. 3/4 of an inch. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe that's too wide. Okay, let me check. 3/8 of an inch. So this is half. Just do 3/8 of an inch by 4 1/8. Okay, this is going to be the tiny little centerpiece of our M-fold. Okay, can you see it here? Okay, this is the most complicated cards. The other ones will be straightforward, but I wanted to just throw in a little fancy fold for you guys. Okay, and then I think we are good there. I'm going to put away my trimmer and we will start creating our card. So what we'll do, I'm going to have the sample here so that you can see what is happening. Okay, so we will put the centerpiece in this little center part between the two score lines. So let's do that. You can use whatever design of paper you want, or if you're just watching, you are going to love how easy this M-fold fancy fold is to create. We've already done the main part of it. We're just doing the decorating now. Okay, and then we'll put this on here. Okay, I may have been testing myself today. If you were here earlier, you would have heard me say I have to take my son to the dentist. But I just really want to be live. I know sometimes I record and schedule my videos, but I love being live to interact with the comments. So give lots of comments because I'm really live today. Okay, and then in the card packet, if you have the kits, okay, we have cut this 2 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, but I already pre-cut it because those of you that have the kits, and I used the embossing folder from that Country Wood Suite, which is in the annual catalog. So we're going to put that here. Okay, and here. See how easy this comes up? Okay. And we've got that. Okay, so let me show you. You're actually going to fold the center score lines like a mountain fold. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, the M card kind of goes like this. Okay, so it will really, you should probably use a bone folder to really burnish those folds. Okay, and it does fit into a normal size envelope. Okay, and then we've got that mountain fold, and then this over here is the valley fold. Okay, oh, I didn't do a good job putting this cardstock on. Because you don't want your cardstock to go over that score line. Otherwise, it doesn't fold. Okay, and these are going to be valley folds. Okay, so mountain fold and then valley folds. And Moody Mauve is such a pretty color. How many of you already have Moody Mauve? If you don't, you know what you can add on your shopping list. because I always love, there you go. Okay, see that? Ta-da-da. Hi, Judy. I'm just showing how to do the M-fold card. Oh, except, okay, we got to turn it this way. You got to make sure that your designer series paper is going the right way. It's important. Here, let's do the back portion here. Okay, and so this part is just decoration. We're just going to add the little bits at the back. And this piece here is just to write your message. Okay, so let's tear that down. And again, you don't want the DSP to cover the score lines because otherwise it won't fold very well. Okay, so we've got that. Da, 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 da. And then we have a piece here. Let me just make sure I've got the right size. I think that's the right size. Okay, and you'll just, that's where you'll write your message. Okay, so I'm just using basic white there to write the message. Okay, so let's do our stamping and then we will have finished this card. So I used the deckled circle. It measures about 2 and just over 2 3/4. And I am going to use the beautiful Lost Lagoon that's found in this designer series paper. And this beautiful foliage that is in this stamp set. So let's get that. We need a bigger size E block. Okay. Go. And then I just wanted to create a bit of a background. Okay, so don't forget, you don't have to stamp something just once. You can stamp it multiple times in order to create a background. You can do it lighter or darker if you want it lighter. You could stamp off first. Okay, but this is sort of like it's almost like a distinctive, like you can see there's some parts that are light, some parts that are dark. Okay, there we go. And that's our background. We'll adhere it to the stylish shape circle, also cut out in Moody Mauve. Okay, and then speaking of Moody Mauve, we're going to stamp the sentiment in Moody Mauve. It's one of the in colors here. And we're going to use the verse, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and he will direct your path. There's actually a whole section in the middle there, but okay, I guess they decided it would be too gigantic a stamp if they did that. Okay, so we'll put that in here. I love having Bible verse stamps, actually, because you never know when you'll need them. It may just have the exact right wisdom that you need to share with a friend. So we're going to do that on a scrap basic white sheet of cardstock. Okay. And then you'll just need your paper snips and just trim it. Okay, there's no die for this, so I just kind of went around the shape of the sentiment. Okay. To make it a little bit interesting. What do you guys think of the M fold? Have you ever heard of it before? Tell me in the comments if you've ever heard of this M fold, fancy fold. It's the first time and so that's why I was so excited and I wanted to try it. Okay, and so then we will pop it up with the dimensionals. So that is card number 1. We still have 3 more and I have to, but not all of them are fancy fold cards, so you're okay. Okay, so we'll pop that on there. And then when you are adhering it, you only want to adhere it to this middle section. You don't want to adhere it all over here, otherwise it will not fold properly. or go into the envelope properly. Okay, so you can either pop it up with a mini dimensional. I'm going to just use my seal adhesive here and adhere it like that. Okay, so how you would want to put it in your envelope is you can just, hang on. We're just going to make sure that we've got it here, but I had it. You can actually fold it the other way and pop it in the envelope like that if you want, okay? But it's meant to kind of stand up like an M shape, like that. Okay, let's go on to the other cards. If I can, I'll leave that up there if you're still working on that one. Let me do a little cleaning here. So last weekend, not the weekend that just passed, but the weekend before, I had the Team Stick girls over, whoever could come, for a little summer barbecue. So that was really fun, but I feel like my little chamois disappeared. So because we had a shoebox swap, so it probably ended up in somebody's shoebox, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll find its way back to me. But it was so fun. We had a shoebox swap. We ate together. We chatted together. It's nice to have that. Okay, let's move on to our next card. We're going to do this one. Okay, we're just using a different sentiment. And sorry, I will have to move this. And then we will use one of my favorite colors, Pretty in Pink. So this is a super easy card. You're going to need to fold your card base in half, or you can score it at the 4 1/4 mark. Take your bone folder to just really nicely burnish that fold. Okay, and you are going to need to cut your designer series paper at 1 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay, so let's get out that designer series paper. I'm using the You Are Beautiful, also another one that is on sale just until the end of the month. So, okay, so 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, and then you're also going to take some of the gorgeous in color glimmer paper. And we'll take some of the Pretty in Pink here. Oh dear, my paper's all falling on the floor. That's what happens when you do crafting. It starts off all organized and then kaboom, the world is ending. Who has a craft space like mine? Okay, so we'll just cut. We only need like a tiny strip. You can decide. I'm going to cut it at 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. Okay. Okay, and then let's take out our basic white cardstock here, and we are going to stamp. So again, we're going to use this large foliage piece. I don't know if I cleaned it that well, so just let me double check here. I would love to have my chamois. Okay, and we're going to use our Pretty in Pink ink here. And what we're going to do is we are going to, let's see how that looks. Yep, okay. So I'm just going to, again, create a bit of a background with these leaves. Okay, however you'd like. I'm going to adhere the glimmer paper to the back. Sometimes you just want to put a whole strip. Don't just do ... because I do find it needs a bit of a stronger adhesive for the glimmer paper. Okay, and then we'll adhere the whole thing down to the basic white. Okay. And then we'll pop it on our cardstock. Oh, excuse me. Sneeze. Excuse me. I never sneeze only once, so I'm warning you. There might be a third sneeze that comes that comes crashing along. Okay, and then I used a die cut piece. What is the name of that die? I think it's called Fancy something. Fancy dies. Sorry, I was gonna look it up for you, but I don't have it right in front of me. Something Fancy, that's it. That's it. I remember it. It's called the Something Fancy dies. And I'm going to use the sentiment, "You are a shining light." And we're just going to stick with the same color, matchy matchy. I love matchy matchy. In case you didn't know, if you're newer to my channel and watching my videos, hopefully you can hear me okay. Pink is my favorite color. I'm even wearing pink today. So, of course, we had to have a little pink card. Okay, and then this seems a little bit long. So you trim it to whatever size you'd like. Okay, and then again, we're going to just use the coordinating pretty in pink ribbon on the back. The way that I did that is I'm just adhering, putting lots of adhesive at the back, folding this over, and adhering it like that. And we'll put a little dimensional to pop it up. How are we doing for time in the dentist appointment? Okay, we're getting there. Don't worry, those of you who have the packet, you'll be able to watch this video on replay and recreate the cards. Okay. There we go. And then, whoops, here come my gems. These are the in color gems. So we'll just pop a couple there. And that is card number 2. Okay. So what do you guys think of this pop-up class idea where you get to see them all? But remember, if you want the packet, then you would have had to register when I was advertising and announcing the class. But hey, if you're still inspired by these cards, there's no reason why you can't shop today. Get the DSP, get the stamp set. And remember, whenever you place an order with me and your order is $60 or more, you get a free gift if you order online. So I do have a host code that you can enter so that I know that it helps to make sure that you're shopping with me and helps to make sure that you get the gift. Okay, but if you forget to add it, don't panic because I can always add it from the back end. Okay, so that is card number 2. Let's do card number 3, which is really my favorite. I know you guys have probably all seen it because I was showing everybody after I was so happy I made it, using the beautiful Mediterranean Blooms Designer Series paper. I don't know if it's sold out yet, but if it's not, you should grab it. It's 15% off just until the end of August. And again, I'm using the beautiful verse that is there, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. So let's put that onto our block. I'm using Lemon Lolly. I've already die cut it here. Okay, so, and then I'm going to use the Early Espresso. So instead of getting super black or super dark color, I decided to go with Early Espresso, and also because it is in the Designer Series paper there. So I just wanted it to coordinate, so we'll do that. And we'll stamp the sentiment here. Okay, and you're going to see a little trick with the ribbon in a minute. So let's do that. Let's pull this out. And we're going to need to do our card base. This is Daffodil Delight, cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Okay, this is a garden green layer, cut at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. Okay, and then my beautiful paper that has fallen on the floor. Let's grab some of that. And hopefully this is the right size. We just need 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. Okay, 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches of this gorgeous paper to die for. Look at it's so bright and cheerful. The other side, we've got some classic blues. So beautiful. It does remind me of the Mediterranean, right? Okay, and then, oh, sorry, I didn't check. It should be 3 3/4 inches. Let's make sure we have that tiny bit to cut off there. Okay, we'll pop that on. And then I used actually a piece of white baker's twine, but you're probably thinking it doesn't really look white. What's going on there? Let's pop this on with dimensionals. Okay, whoops, not upside down. That would be bad. Okay, and then with the white baker's twine, what I did is I just put it on some paper there, and I took a garden green marker. Our Stampin' Right markers are awesome. They're double-sided. There's kind of like a bullet tip and then a brush tip. I'm going to use the brush tip, and I am going to color it. So I'm basically dyeing the white baker's twine so that it coordinates with my project. I thought white wouldn't stand out enough. I really wanted a garden green kind of look to it, and so that is what I did. Okay, so that's why you always need to have white embellishments in your stash, because remember, light colored and white embellishments, you can color them with our various markers and things like that to get the color you want. Okay, so let's tie our bow. I probably should let that dry, but you know, dentist. So this one's going to have a bit of an eclectic look. It's got a little bit of white, a little bit of green. Okay, and then we'll trim the ends so they're not quite so long. And we'll pop that on with a glue dot. Oh, Paulette, I'm glad you like my coloring twine tip. Sometimes we forget about these tips, right? But all I know is that I was making this card and I was in happy la la land. And then I was like, wait, it needs embellishment. It needs a little bow. I want to use garden green. And there was not really a garden green twine. So I colored it because we had white twine. Okay. And so there we go. Da-da-da. And we got to dress it up with a little bit of candy, right? I like to call my gems little candies. Okay, that is card number 3, guys. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. We're moving on to number 4. Number 4. Okay, this one was like I was, I don't know, feeling Picasso. I don't know whether Picasso is the word. That's not really the right idea. Let's find the sample. Hello, card sample. Here you are. Okay, now we really have a mess here with 4 different cards going on. Okay, and so we are going to, this is basic white thick, so I do find it helpful to score the base, not cut it. So we're scored at 4 1/4. The base, as usual, is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. I'm going to score it there just because that cardstock's a little thicker. It helps to get a crisp score line there. Good morning, Sandy. Thanks for joining. Okay, and before I get going on this card, I'm also going to cut the glimmer paper. Okay, so if you took this class, you would have had the glimmer paper in your class packet. So just to make sure I've got it right, I feel like it's 1 1/4 inches. Yes, 1 1/4 inches by 4 inches. So let's cut that at 1 1/4 inches by 4 inches. Okay. And then all the other pieces, if you have the class, would already be pre-cut for you, but I'll give you the measurements anyway. It's 1 inch by 4 inch. We're going to grab the stamp for that. It says, "Make today amazing." But of course, there's another one here that says, "You are beautiful," which is also wonderful. Maybe I'll use that one instead. Change it up. Okay, and let's grab our block. And this is one of our in colors, Shy Shamrock. Hello, Shy Shamrock. So let's cut that. Sorry, not cut it, stamp it. Is there someone in your life you'd want to give a card to that says "You are beautiful"? Probably, right? And then I'm taking, it looks like holly. This could probably be used at Christmas, but I am going to use a piece of basic white cardstock, 4 inches by 5¼ inches. Let me move this. And I am just going to go crazy. That's why I was like, oh, is this like Picasso or something? But I'm not really an artist. I was just literally having fun. What I did is I just did repetition stamping across however I wanted to. You can make it lighter, darker, however you want. Okay, so I just did that on, and then turned it around and did it the other way. Okay, so that you've got a variety of colors there. Okay, and then we will, so never forget that you can take one shade of ink and get a few different shades out of it. Okay, and so let's just adhere that, and that is our final card. Okay, for our You Are Beautiful class. So I hope you loved these 4 cards. I hope it gives you a taste of things that could be coming in the Stampin' for Fun world. I may not be able to hop on to do a video every week, but I will try and share as much as I can when I can. Okay, but the best way to know what's doing in my Stampin' for Fun Happy World is to be on my newsletter list. So make sure to subscribe to my newsletter list if you haven't already. Make sure that you are not going to miss my new catalog launch parties that are happening, which I talked about earlier. Okay, and these are the same in color gems here. Okay, and that is card number 4. So look at that. Da-da-da. And our little M card, which is really hard to showcase. Wow, 4 cards today. Okay, so I hope you've been inspired seeing this stamp set in action, learning a new fancy fold technique, learning, it's a class by video. And for those of you who did order the class and have all the packets, remember you can watch this video later to assemble your cards, or maybe you stamped along with me. But I hope in the future you guys will take advantage of the different pop-up classes or classes that I have, so that you too can get your hands on the product and play and make beautiful things. Thank you so much for joining today. I was so happy to share with you live. And even if you're watching the replay, tell me in the comments what you enjoyed most about the video and maybe what you'd like to see in the future. Okay, so we'll talk to you soon. I'm off to take my little guy to the dentist and then work for the day. But I'm so glad to join you. Thanks for joining me. Bye.